All right, y'all. First and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and his son, the Hamashiach, who some call your Hawashai, Yeshua, your Hoshua, Yashaya, Yashaya. We mostly know as Jesus Christ. Jeremiah 17:4, very, very prominent verse that everybody that knows they're Israelite is going to use. Why are they going to use Jeremiah 17:4? Well, because it is used to show that the reason why we don't speak Hebrew and why we weren't keeping any of our customs, why we don't know, we weren't wearing tzitzits, and we won't, we were shaving our face, and just why we weren't keeping the law, and why we don't, again, especially the language. When somebody, well, why y'all don't speak Hebrew? Jeremiah 17:4. All right, so we're going to start this from the top, which a lot of us don't do. It says, the sins of Judah is written with a pen of iron and with the point of a diamond. It is graven upon the table of their heart and upon the horns of your altars. All right. Your sins are engraven on that stony heart. Written with a pen of iron with a diamond point on it. Verse 2 says, whilst their children remember their altars and their groves by the green trees upon the high hills. O my mountain in the field, I will give substance and all thy treasures to the spoil, and thy high places for sin throughout all thy borders. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy inheritance that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not. For you have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Forever. A fire has been kindled in his anger. And he's saying that this fire is going to burn forever. And again, this is hyperbole. This is exaggerated speech. Is he gonna be angry at Judah forever? No. It's not gonna be angry with Judah forever. But this is exaggerated speech. And Joe could be, the Malachi, God don't change. So what you gonna say? He gonna be mad at him forever? When he says he's gonna restore him? And he says he's gonna make the north and the southern kingdom one stick. So we gonna throw that away? And then even with that, then that's a change. We got to understand hyperbole. We got to understand when it's exaggerated speech. All right. Does forever don't always mean forever. All don't always mean all. But this is what we're dealing with. Verse 4. What is thine heritage? What is thine heritage? And a lot of us think that thine heritage is like your customs, is the laws, is the language, your traditions. What does the Bible say the heritage is? And we want to use this. That's why we use this. And if we really understand the truth of it, we'll never use it. We will never use this verse. If we understand what this verse truly means, we'll never use it. Now, how am I going to find out? What am I going to see? We're not just finna start. We're not just going to teach no more. We're trying to teach you how to teach. We're trying to teach you how to learn. So how am I going to figure out what thine heritage really means? How do I figure that out? Well, we're going to go over here to tools. We're going to go into interlinear. Okay, we're going to look at for thine heritage. This is H5159. In your Strongs, if you have a Strong's concordance, hold on. If you have a Strong's concordance, most camps, this come with your graduation or whatever test they have you taking in order for you to become like a trooper or a camper. Usually it comes with this. A lot of the newer camps, some of them old school camps, they may not want you in here. But the newer school camps, they want everybody to teach. They want everybody to learn and know how to learn. And usually this comes with the precept packet. A Strong's Concordance. This is how you find words. Now we're going to use the blue letter to go to the Strong, but we're going to also show you a video of me going to the Strong's in the book. Actually in the book. Now this word here is Nahala. And we can click here. And what we're looking for, all right, this is the usage here. This is for possession, property, inheritance, heritage, property, portion, share, inheritance, portion. This is how this word is used. Properly, something inherited. An heirloom, generally an estate, patrimony or portion or heritage, to inherit, inheritance, possession. All right. And then you have all the times that this word H59, 5159 in the Hebrew is used. And you see here inheritance, 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 inheritance. All right. Well, we're trying to find out what is inheritance, 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 inheritance. But we're looking for when it's used for heritage. And you can keep strolling. You'll stroll down. All of these are inheritance, inheritance, inheritance. That's why I looked into the Strong's Concordance, the physical copy, because most of these were saying inheritance, 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 inheritance. See, we went all the way down here. We still seeing inheritance, inheritance, inheritance. It's mostly used for inheritance. You want to stroll through all of these to try to find heritage, which we see in Jeremiah 17:14. So hold on, let me go back here. Let me go back here, and I'm gonna play this media for y'all. In the blue letter. Oh, what is going on? Okay, we flipped it. We don't have all of it because I filmed it sideways. I guess I filmed it sideways, and of course, when I try to turn it the right way, you know, it's the long way, and we don't get all of it. But we gonna see what heritage is. You can see with my finger. Bible, you can stroll through all of that stuff. It's gonna give you all the words that's connected to this 5159. But if you go to the Strong's, if you have a physical Strong's, you can just go to the word heritage, and it's gonna give you all the times that heritage is used. You see it here in Exodus 6:8. We'll look at that. 41:81. You see it in Job 20:29, Job 20:27. It's a different word here. You know, you have 5159, and then you have 4181. All right, these are different words, but they have the exact same meaning. You can look into those words. But that's all you need to know for that. You know, this is how you need to research this and look up certain things that these tools can help you. All right, you're looking for certain things, certain words. You need to see, you know, where these words are used at, and you can kind of find it. You know, herds, herdman, henceforth, heifer. You look at all the words where the word heifer is used. Iniquities. Find all the words iniquities in using. Iniquities is probably got a couple of different pages. Well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. But these are all the times it's used. All right, y'all. Okay, so we see it in, we seen the heritage, we seen all the verses that it used. We didn't see the first one comes up in Exodus. All right, the first one comes up in Exodus. So we trying to figure out, what does it mean, thine heritage, that you will discontinue from thine heritage, your heritage? What is that saying? We're gonna go back here. Bound. All right, so we'll go back here, and let's go to Exodus. We seen one of the verses was Exodus 6 and 8. Exodus 6. In verse 8, okay, it says, and I will bring you in unto the land concerning which I did swear to give to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, and I will give it. What is the it? What is this? What is the it? It meaning the land. All right. The land. I will bring you into the land concerning the which I did swear to give it to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, and I will give it, the land. And then we see we need a to here. To you. I will give it you for inheritance. But should say, I will give it to you for inheritance. Again, am I wrong if I added that as a translator? A lot of my KJV only is be going, what they added to there? Really, it don't say to, but it's just to help you read it better. You gotta get some humility if you don't understand some of this stuff, and you just reading over stuff, not really understanding what it's saying. It says, I will give it you for a heritage. I am the Lord. All right, what is he giving for inheritance? The land. What is thine heritage? The land. What will thou discontinue from? The land. Let's go to Psalms. Where is that again? Psalms 135. Now, what you would do if you're looking for something like that and you're trying to research something, you're going to go through all of those verses. You're going to see where that definition is. Here, I've done the work for you. Okay? I've already done the work for you. Verse 12. And I gave their land for an heritage unto Israel, his people. And I gave their land for an heritage. Inheritance in whose land? Whose land did he give them? He said, who smote the great nations and slew the mighty king, Shilon, king of Amorites, and Og, king of Bashan, and all the kingdoms of Canaan, and gave their land for an heritage. All those kingdoms of Canaan gave their land for an heritage unto Israel, his people. Now, that word heritage could be, as we seen in the blue letter when we was going through the Bible, the Bible app. Well, we in the blue letter app, but we was looking at the word heritage. We seen there that it could be used in inheritance. You could say inheritance there. Let's look at comparative text. Let's do that. What are we looking for? Psalms, let me watch this comparative text. Psalms 135 verse. Oh man. Psalms 135. I know y'all like, man, what is he doing? I have to have a microphone a certain distance or it'll give a lot of static off. So I'm a little ways away from, and I got short arms anyway. Bible Hub usually gives you a comparative text. Don't give you all of them, but we can see the difference. We see the NIV, and he gave their land as an inheritance. He gave their land as an inheritance, NLT, ESV. He gave their land as a heritage. Heritage as his people Israel. A heritage to his people Israel. Berean Standard Bible, he gave their land as an inheritance. King James, he gave it for an inheritance. New King James, and gave their land as inheritance. NASB, inheritance, inheritance. You know, and they're doing inheritance just to make it a little easier for you, because most of us have in our modern brain that your heritage is your customs, your language, etc. So to simplify it a little bit for your modern brain, because a lot of us not going to do this research and go through this to try to understand what the heritage is, we just going to spew out what we think the heritage is. Well, I'm going to look that up when I know what a heritage is. Or when you come back and you read it, you're like, wait a minute, that might connect to Jeremiah 17. A lot of us is not in the text enough to do that. All right. And so sometimes if you don't know what something is, you kind of worried about a verse, look at comparative text. Bible Hub usually does that. That's a tool that you can use for comparative text. Let's go back to let's go back here. Let's go to Psalms 134. No, 136. 136 in verse 21-22. And gave their land for an heritage, his mercy endure forever, even in heritage unto Israel. And that even is like, it's not even necessarily need to be there. We talked about that. Even is one of those words you need to really understand what that's saying. So, it's not used the way we think it's used. It's not, and even it's not used like that. It's used pretty much just as, or as it's not even being there. The Messiah saved us, even Jesus Christ. The Messiah saved us, Jesus Christ. The Messiah saved us, even Jesus Christ. He's just telling you that it's Jesus Christ. All right. And he gave their land for an inheritance, for the mercy endure forever, even an heritage unto Israel, his servant. He didn't need the even there. Gave them a land for an heritage, for their mercy endure forever, an heritage unto Israel. And you see that it's slanted. And you see it's in italic. That means the writer has added that to try to give you clarity, because this is how they spoke in the old king's language. So you needed it back then, but we don't speak that way today. For his mercy endure forever. And you see a repeat here. Why? Because this is a song. You see, his mercy endure forever. His mercy endure forever. His mercy endure forever. His mercy endure forever. His mercy. Because this is a song. It's a literal song. A lot of us don't understand this. But it's in the song, understanding that our heritage that was given to us was the land. Let's go back to Jeremiah 17:4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine land that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For you have kindled. I'm going to take, you going to discontinue, you going to leave the land, and I'm going to cause you to serve your enemies in another land which thou knowest not. Let's go back and let's look at comparative text. And then we'll get up out of here. Jeremiah 17:4. Through your own fault, you will lose the inheritance that I gave you. A wonderful possession I have reserved for you will slip from your hands. I will tell your enemies to take you as captives to a foreign land, for my anger and blazes forever. You will loosen your hand from your heritage that I gave you, and you yourself will relinquish the inheritance that I gave you. Even thou shalt discontinue. This is what we discontinue from thine heritage that I gave you. You even yourself shall let go of your heritage that I gave you. You're going to let it go. You're going to get rid of the land. You will let his land slip from up under your hands. It's like let me give y'all this little story. I had she like my auntie, but she married a dude. She married a brother that had hundreds of acres of land. Hundreds of acres of land. And when he passed, he left her the land. And she didn't pay the taxes. And she let that land slip. She discontinued from her inheritance. She discontinued from her inheritance because she did not follow the law. And the law says you need to pay your taxes. But since she disobeyed the law, she discontinued from her inheritance. Or she lost her inheritance, which was given to her, which was land. Uh-oh. And you know what, y'all? That's it. That's it, man. You know, one verse. Brother saying I don't teach out here, but, you know, do y'all want the lessons? Jeremiah 17:4, we shouldn't be saying that like that. All right, that's not a verse to show that we lost our identity and we lost our heritage and so forth. It's a verse to show that we will lose our land. I pray this thing was edifying with that. Y'all be blessed. We'll see y'all on the next one. Shalom.